Hello, my name is Stephen Labiak. Welcome to Week 9 talking about bankruptcy. Today we're going to talk about the Fair Debt Collections Act. This is basically federal legislation that looks to protect people and set guidelines for how people can collect debts and how you can be contacted and things like that. Most of the time you're dealing with debt collectors, it's like any range of industries. There's some really bad players, there's some people that do everything according to the law. And where the Fair Debt Collections Act comes in, it basically sets out the guidelines. A lot of companies don't follow these. So you're asking, what can I do? What should I do? What can you get? Well, let's start with the money, because that's where everybody seems to want to start at. Well, if somebody violates the Fair Debt Collections Act, and you can prove it, an attorney takes the case, you get statutorily $1,000. Now, $1,000 may not seem like much. In the grand scheme of things in life, it's not, but hey, A, it's still $1,000. And B, you also get your attorney's fees, and this is the incentives for attorneys to file. Finally, you could also get, though, your actual damages. As to your actual damages, what could those be? Well, intention of emotional distress. Maybe they called so much you just couldn't go to work, so now you got lost wages as well. And when you're dealing with these kind of cases, generally, as you being the plaintiff, being the creditor, you're going to be in a lot more sympathetic position than is going to be that big old bad debt collector who called you 20 times. So how would you go about proving one of these cases? Well, with phone calls, there's always the worry, well, can I record the call? Can't I? That always depends on your jurisdiction. My advice in looking is, look, go ahead and record the call. If you can't use it, throw it out. Nobody's going to know. How to record a call? Well, you got any smartphone, there's going to be an app on there for recording phone calls. If you run it through Google Voice, there's a way to record phone calls through that. Let's say you're a bit like me, a little more old-fashioned, don't have all these high technology way of doing things. Well, just keep a log by your phone. Take a pad and pencil. Every time this person calls, make a note of who you talked to, what they said, what time they called. And what you can do eventually is you can match that up to your phone record and say, look, and if you keep detailed records, that is solid evidence of what these people are doing. That kind of evidence is a lot better than you just saying, well, these people called me 7 times. It becomes your word against them, and that's the easy kind of stuff to get thrown out. But if you keep the log or you record the calls and you told them, don't call me anymore, or here's my attorney, this is the only person you need to be talking to, they can no longer contact you. If you give them permission to call you, however, or you keep leading them on that you're okay taking the calls, and they can keep calling you. There's time restrictions on when they can call. They can't call you at 3 in the morning. They cannot call family members threatening you. They're not supposed to call you at work. That's one of the most popular ones that seems to be happening, but they should not be contacting you at work because that puts your job at jeopardy. One of their favorite scams is their goal in all this is to make it an emotional issue. Oftentimes when I talk to people, it makes an emotional issue. That's why I always tell people, you know what? Say you're not going to talk to them, give them the name of your bankruptcy attorney, and just hang up, because when they make it emotional, you're worried about what they're saying. They're threatening you. The most common is, we're going to send you to jail. The sheriff is on the way. The sheriff cannot come after you for not paying a debt. That's a common tactic, and they use that to get access to your bank account. Don't do that. That is illegal to make those kind of threats. Make a note of that in your log or keep it on the recording. You bring that kind of evidence to an attorney, and there's attorneys that specialize in that. I'm hooked up with one in Fresno here whenever I got to bring these kind of cases. And they will take that, they will do 3 things for you. First, they're going to give you peace of mind because it's going to stop. Second, you're going to get $1,000 when, hey, that $1,000 can go a long way to paying your debts. And finally, it's not going to allow that to happen to other people. You take the stand, and hopefully it helps out somebody down the road. So if you have any questions about the Fair Debt Collections Act, bankruptcy, or any other topics related, please feel free to give me a call at 274-2868. Feel free to give me a call at 559-274-2868. My name's Stephen Labiak, and I'm more than happy to help you out.